In the waning days of Emperor Tiberius's reign, Rome stood both mighty and uneasy. Markets buzzed with merchants from distant lands, yet whispers of corruption snaked through marble halls. Along the Tiber's banks, fishermen hauled nets heavy with silver-scaled catch, unaware that soon the river would carry more than fish. It would bear the secrets of betrayal and blood. Lucius Varro, a seasoned centurion, returned from campaigns in Germania with scars that told their own tales. Yet his true wound was invisible, the loss of his brother Marcus, whose mysterious disappearance haunted him. Rome greeted Lucius with honor, but he cared little for glory. All he sought was truth, no matter what lay buried beneath the Senate's polished stone floors. The city's heart, the Forum, roared with debates and the clash of ideals. Senators argued over grain supplies and military spending, yet beneath these concerns pulsed a darker current. Rumors spoke of a hidden faction, the Umbri, shadows loyal to no man, serving only their own lust for power. Lucius suspected Marcus had stumbled too close to their secrets. At night, Rome transformed. Torches flickered against temple columns, casting long silhouettes that seemed to stalk the streets. Lucius wandered through alleys where whispers replaced laughter and footsteps vanished before they were heard. It was in one such shadowed lane that he met Flavia, a scribe's daughter, who claimed to have seen Marcus the night he vanished, pursued by cloaked figures. Flavia's eyes held fear, yet also defiance. She told Lucius of a gathering deep beneath the old aqueducts where the Umbri met in secret. They plotted not against one man, but the empire itself. "They believe Rome has grown weak," she whispered, "and they will burn it to save it." Lucius felt the weight of her words and the danger in knowing them. Under the cloak of darkness, Lucius descended into the aqueduct tunnels. Water dripped like a heartbeat, echoing through the damp stone. He passed carvings left by slaves long dead, their marks now witnesses to treachery. Deeper still, he found a chamber lit by oil lamps, where masked men circled a map of Rome, their hands pointing to districts marked for destruction. He strained to hear their leader's voice, calm, deliberate, laced with conviction. "The Senate rots from within, we will cleanse the city." The man's ring glimmered in the lamplight, a serpent biting its own tail. Lucius recognized it from Marcus's belongings. His stomach twisted. If Marcus had worn such a ring, then his brother had been part of this conspiracy. Lucius's mind reeled. Had Marcus been a traitor, or was he a pawn? Before he could ponder, a hand clamped his shoulder. Steel flashed in the gloom. He reacted on instinct, drawing his gladius, the short Roman sword that had saved him in countless battles. But this was no battlefield. It was a pit of vipers, and every shadow could strike. The fight in the tunnels was brutal. Blades clanged against stone, sparks leaping into darkness. Lucius cut down 2 assailants before a blow to his ribs drove the breath from him. Blood slicked the floor, mixing with ancient water. Yet he refused to fall, not here, not without learning Marcus's fate. With a roar, he pushed forward toward the map table. A hooded man blocked his path. When Lucius tore the hood away, his heart stopped. It was Marcus, alive but changed. His brother's eyes, once warm, were now cold as obsidian. "You shouldn't have come," Marcus said. "Rome cannot survive as it is. The Umbri will rebuild it in fire." Lucius's grip tightened on his sword, torn between blood and duty. The brothers' swords clashed, each strike echoing like thunder in the stone chamber. Memories of childhood flashed between blows, training in the yard, sharing bread by the hearth. But ideals now divided them more sharply than any blade. "I fight for Rome's honor," Lucius cried. "Honor is dead," Marcus spat back. "Only strength will keep her alive." In a final desperate swing, Lucius disarmed Marcus, his blade at his brother's throat. The leader of the Umbri shouted for the others to attack, but Flavia burst into the chamber, setting fire to the map with a torch. Chaos erupted. Flames raced up the walls, smoke choking the air. Lucius dragged Marcus toward the exit, unsure if he was saving or capturing him. They stumbled into the night, coughing, the aqueduct entrance collapsing behind them. The fire's glow painted the Tiber red, like blood spilling from the city's heart. Marcus lay unconscious at Lucius's feet. Flavia urged him to flee before the Senate guards arrived, but Lucius knew they would demand answers that could condemn them all. When dawn broke, Rome stirred unaware of the night's near destruction. The Senate announced an accidental fire in the lower aqueducts. Lucius stood before the Curia, refusing to reveal Marcus's role. Instead, he spoke of foreign agents and unfounded rumors, shielding his brother from execution for now. But the Umbri were not destroyed, only scattered. In the weeks that followed, Lucius visited Marcus in a guarded villa outside the city. The brothers spoke little. Marcus's wounds healed, but his resolve remained. "You think you've saved Rome," he said one evening. "You've only delayed her fall." Lucius turned away, unable to answer. He wondered if, in the shadows, the Umbri were already planning their next strike. The Tiber flowed on, carrying whispers of the past and omens of the future. Lucius knew the city he loved was fragile, built as much on ambition as on stone. He had saved it once, but the cost was a brother lost to ideals. As the sun dipped beyond the 7 hills, Rome's marble glowed, beautiful, proud, and forever balanced on the edge of ruin.